DuArktik here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And in this video we have CvC going on right now, and we are going to do a recap of the stuff you should do in order for you to get more points. This is going to be for the Blood Shield rings, and depending on where you are in the game, this might be super important. I would even say that this is a major priority when you are a new player and when you are looking for ways of beating bosses like the Scrap King, where you need shields, and this is like the easiest way to do so. And like I said, for new players, this is going to be your priority when it comes to CvC. When you are a more mid-range player, endgame player, then the personal reward CvC become more important than this one. So depending on where you are in the game, you should prioritize in that regard. So in this video, we're going to try to cover everything that you should do in order for you to get more points. And if I forget something, let me know in the comments below, because there's a lot of stuff. So yeah. Okay, so as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Raid Shadow Legends content, and make sure to smash that like button. As you guys can see right now on the screen and on the link in the description, we have the new QR code going on right now, and you're going to be able to get the legendary champion Narma the Returned. She's an absolute insane character. And right now you can also get the Xenomorph, the alien, at the same time after 7 days of logging in. And because she puts poison sensitivity, because she activates poisons as well, she becomes very, very strong. She also has leech for survivability. So yeah, if you are starting off a new account, check out the QR code on the screen. In terms of epics, you're going to get Uugo, you're going to get Tagoar, and you are also going to get Alure. So lots of characters that will help you in different places, different bosses for Doom Tower and so on. So yeah, and on top of that, you can also use the promo codes Monkey King or Demon Slayer or anything like that. We're going to have a video about that in the near future, but yeah. Okay, so first off, first place where you want to get your points is on the clan boss. This is what you should do right away, is collecting your rewards. Some people like to spend additional keys for this. I don't think it's necessary, because the amount of points you get is very low on the other ones, and maybe you don't want to log in all the time. So here we have 2 chests, 600 points each, ancient shard, very nice. And the more you go on difficulties, the more points you get. So 800 per chest this time, and finally Ultra Nightmare, probably 2000. There you go. So 2000, very nice. And we got a Void Shard and 2 Ancients. Okay, perfect. Now, moving on from here, we have the places where you have to spend keys and things like that. So, for example, for dungeons, you can do Iron Twins for tons of points. And this is also going to consume your energy. So, if you have champions where you can consume energy, but at the same time you are training characters, that's going to be great, because you need to train characters during your CvC for additional points. So we're gonna let this run, and then you'll come back when we finish. Other place where you can get a ton of points is going to be on Sun Devil, and we have a Sun Devil tournament going on right now, and we are going to do this with Aniri and Gnut plus 3 chickens. This is the best thing that you can do when you are at the end game, is making sure that you are completing the dungeons at the same time as you are training characters. With this combo with Godseeker Aniri plus Gnut, you have to speed tune it to see where exactly you are playing, because you don't want Aniri to go so fast where she revives multiple characters. You only want her to revive one single character until the boss does the big AoE. And if you do so, you can complete this with Aniri plus any other damage dealer. So there you go, Sun Devil completed. And now we are going to get 400 points 2 times. And we're also training those characters, and that's why we get some additional points as well. So if you are trying to maximize that, this is the way to go. The same way you get a ton of points for doing Sun Devil, you also get a ton of points for doing Shogun. And right now we have a 2x going on, so that means 2 times the points. I'm not exactly sure what is the cheat code to beat this boss, but this is the team I use. I think the cheat code is that you have to use like a very tanky character with very high crit damage. Yes, crit damage. But yeah, I think it's unnecessary, right? When you start diverging much, then you start losing time. And in this case, we are going to use two characters that can protect our damage dealer, our big character with crit damage, which is Freya and Donatello. Both of them can protect Tholin, and because of that, we can do this a lot faster. Unfortunately, in this case, in this dungeon, we cannot train characters at the same time. I'm not really sure if it's even possible. But there you go. This is the team I use. This is how we beat it. It takes around 1 minute. Depends on your chance on the crits and on your weak hits. But there you go. That's all we can do for this one, because this one is quite annoying to figure out a proper team to maximize the potential. But there you go. 1 minute 20, one of the slowest runs. But you can see 1,600 points because of the 2x going on right now. Our traditional dungeons are going to give us a ton of points as well. Right now we have a 2x going on for Ice Golem. So if you are looking for some type of gear, it's not my favorite to do this during CvC, but at least the 2x you should go for it. And as I mentioned in my previous video, right now I'm using this combo with Shredder plus 4 characters. Let's do a run and see what kind of points we are getting nowadays. I actually have no idea. We are doing this for research. Okay, so there you go, Shredder destroying everyone. I showcased this on a previous video. And Shredder, he can not only do Ice Golem, he can also do Dragon, he can also do Spider on normal and on hard, Dragon on hard, of course. So yeah, he really does not deserve all the hate he gets from content creators. I think the hate comes from them not obtaining Shredder. that might be the major problem. But yeah, he has a lot of survivability. He has the dodges. He has the leech for healing. If you give him some extra resistance, he's also going to be very nice avoiding those debuffs. And you can see that he's at max health most of the time. So there you go. And at the same time, you are training characters to max level, right? Or to make more chickens. Okay, so there we go. We got 1,400 points plus additional points from training these low-level champions. You have to remember that the higher stars you go, you get more points, but you might not have many of them to level up. So yeah, you can still level up these small chickens for some additional points while they're doing Ice Golem. And like I said, this works not only for Ice Golem, but this also works for Spider, for Dragon, Fire Knight. Not really need a specific team for that, but it's not boosted, so you can pretty much ignore it. Let's talk about PvP. This is one of the best places for you to get a ton of points. You should do your classic arena all the time, right? All the time you can get more points, but the best place to get points in PvP is live arena and team arena. So on this one, you get 80 points per win on classic arena. So if you do it 10 times, 20 times, you're gonna get 800, 1,600 points. But on team arena, if using my strategy to get these easy teams, which is to don't use like any champions here, just use one very low level champion, then you're gonna be able to get a ton of points because other people are going to use the same strategy. And this is like easy points for you to cash in with your team arena. You'll see that compared to classic arena, this is way better. And if you're using this strategy, you're gonna get a ton of points. So you can see right here, almost 500 points for each match. And this means that if you really want to maximize your points, you should refresh one time on this. This will allow you to do 30 attacks, and that's a ton of points. We are talking about 400 times 10, 500. 500 times 10 is 5,000. So that's going to be 15,000 points per day. And you can do this 3 times because you have 2 days and a half, right? So that's going to be 45,000 points that you get for just 30 gems, maybe 45 gems on refreshing. But that's a great trade-off, really. The last place where you can get points is on live arena, but it's not active right now. I don't remember exactly how many points you get, but I think it's up to like 800 or something per match that you win, but it's another place where refreshing your attacks, getting some additional attacks is definitely going to be worth it, especially because we have the season going on right now, and this will allow you to get some additional rewards as well from the season rewards. So that's the final place where you can get the points for CvC. Other place where you can get a ton of points as well is in Faction Wars, and you always want to do the highest level possible. This is going to give you the biggest amount of points, because if you are doing the other levels, you're going to get a lot less. So if you have to play on manual in order for you to get more points, then you should do it, because it's definitely worth it doing the level. I'm not sure if it's level 25 as well or not, but yeah, you are getting way more points than you are doing the other levels. So again, if you can afford doing it on manual, even if it takes a little bit of time, I think it's going to be worth it for the extra points you acquire. So as you can see, 2000 points for finishing the last stage, stage 21. So it's definitely worth it, even if you have to do it on manual. Other place where you can get a ton of points is going to be on the Forge, but you have to pay attention to something. Make sure that you are lining up your Ramantu missions and your Marius missions with anything that you have to do in the Forge, because you might require certain specific items. For example, like I need now to speed charms, I need to use speed charms. So if you're going to do these, make sure you are lining up, because these are limited and you don't always have a ton of them to spend on. And of course, in Forge, if you want the biggest amount of points, you also want the highest level of rarity. So you have to make sure that you're using your rank charms, your rarity charms, and your mythical charms, because all of this is going to give you additional points. Okay, here we go. Let's see how much we are going to roll. I think the bare minimum is like 600, and the maximum it can go up to 3000 or so, depending on how many mythicals you get. So this one was 600. We got a legendary, but it's only 5 stars. And the more 6 stars you get, the better it will be for you. So we're gonna do another roll. Let's see. This sometimes is good to use on the last resource, just to make sure we get some extra points. So we got 600, now we got 700, got only 1 legendary. And the last one we are going to do today, it's going to be 1,500 points, but you can get up to 3,000 points, 4,000 points, depending on how lucky you get with your drop. So here we got a 6-star mythical weapon. Yes, that one gives a lot of points, but you can see that we didn't got any legendaries after that. So if you get multiple at the same time, that's going to be a ton of points. Other place where you can get a bunch of points is by using glyphs on your gear. And once again, remember that there are Ramantu missions and Marius missions that are going to require you to equip glyphs. So right now I have to use 50 glyphs on artifacts, on accessories. So we are going to do that during the CvC for some additional points. Now, something I would recommend you doing is making sure that you are using the smallest glyphs possible until they get maxed out. So this one goes for 1 to 2, so you can use that to get additional points. This one goes to 2 to 3, so you are always doing this to make sure that you are getting the highest level of the glyphs. And the more you use, as you guys can see, we are getting different amount of points. So we got 10, 20, 50. The highest rarity you get, the more points you're gonna get. So this one is the tough one. So the 5 ones you should save. So go all the way to 4, and the 5 ones only use it on specific missions that require you to spend max glyphs on your characters, right? Because you're gonna be very important once again for Ramantu missions and Marius missions. Other place where you can get a ton of points is going to be on the Affinity Keeps. And right now I have a mission to do this for Ramantu, so I'm going to do something that is very expensive and you should only do on extreme situations, which is to open the Void Keep outside of its journey. You get some points by spending gems, and because I have a glyph mission after this, I'm going to use this opportunity to get both at the same time. So we're gonna run our best team, and this has to be on this max difficulty. You get 80 points per run, But remember that you can also train champions at the same time, depending on where you are, right? If you have a strong carrier like Shredder, you can also do the poison keeps for you and training your other champions. Let's see how many XP we get on top of the main run. So you can see, and it's even faster. So with a full team, I was getting around, I was finishing in around 1 minute. And like this, we are finishing in 18 seconds, which is much, much better. Let's talk about the gear now and how we can get points with gear. So, as you can expect, leveling up your gear will give you points. And of course, the higher you go, the more points you'll get. So, for the first 4 levels, you're going to get 30 points. Level 8, we're going to get 60 points. Level 12, we're going to get how much? Is it always double? 300 points, so that's a huge jump. And the last one to level 16 is going to be a huge amount of points, I'm sure. 1 million silver, oh, but you get 1,500 points. So leveling up your gear during CvC is a great way to get a ton of points. And of course, after that, you can also ascend for additional points as well. And I think it's also going to increase based on how much you get. So we got 75, 75. Is it going to be 75 again? No, 150. And I can imagine we can keep going forward and get more and more points. And of course, what you can do with gear, you can also do the same with accessories. Just the resources are slightly different. So we are getting the same amount of points, I'm going to assume. So let's see, 300 points now. Maybe it's a little bit higher. And with Ascension, it's also 75. So yeah, we need to farm more Shogun now. As we mentioned before, training your champions is going to give you additional points. So the more levels you get, the better it is for you. So leveling up high-level champions will going to be beneficial for you. You can ascend the low-level champions as well if you want for some additional points, but of course, the higher stars you have, the better it will be for you to get more points. Right? Ranking up your champions also give you some additional points, but I'm saving my chickens right now to use on Predator tomorrow, and the same goes for the books. The books also give you a ton of points, but once again, I'm saving for tomorrow to unlock a Predator and get all the investment on him, rather than on Xenomorph. Even that Xenomorph is a great champion. Speaking of champions, acquiring champions is going to give you more points as well. It's not super recommended that you summon during CvC, but you can throw 10 ancient shards or something like that if you want for some RNG Jesus to bless you. We got Sargala, she's pretty decent. So there we go. We got some additional points, 2,000 points from summoning. But like I said, it's not recommended. What is recommended is for you to obtain champions like Predator from the Battle Pass. And like this, you're going to get guaranteed 30,000 points by acquiring the new champion. So make sure you pay attention to that because it's going to be very important. Of course, the same goes for souls. Acquiring souls is also going to give you more points for the CvC, but it's not recommended. It's nicer for you to save for some Deck of Faith event or anything like that. Okay, here we got lucky. We got 5,000 points for a champion we actually have, so that's going to be awesome. But it's not always the case, right? It's not always the case. Can we extend that? Yeah, sure, we can extend that. Let's go. So yeah, it's also going to be depending on the type of champion you are getting. If you're getting a legendary or an epic, and the size of the soul. If it's going to be a big soul for a rare or a big soul for a mythical, of course that is going to make a huge difference in the amount of points that you're going to be able to obtain. But keep in mind that equipping the soul is not going to give you points. It's just acquiring the souls. And once again, it depends based on the rarity and based on how many stars you are getting with that soul. You can also unlock some champions that you might have in your summoning portal in case you want. Again, this is going to be also important for champion chase events. So if it's not a clan versus clan with personal rewards, you might not want to do this. I would definitely tell you to don't do it because you are losing some value. But yeah, sure, you can get them additional points from unlocking these and also from your remnant summons, or at least I believe so. Let's see. We're gonna open a remnant summon and see if you are getting points as well. We got 1,000 points, so yeah, you definitely get points from this one as well. And finally, the last two places where you can acquire points as well is by spending gems. You can use gems now to use later to get some additional points as well. You can stock up on this energy and use it next week if you so desire. And the last place of all is going to be upgrading your Great Hall. This is only on affinity bonus only. The arena bonuses, they do not give you any points, so keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you are saving all your gold crests and then upgrading as you go. For example, in this situation, it's better for me to wait until tomorrow for me to upgrade and get the higher level, because depending on the level you are, you're gonna get more points as well. So it's better for me to wait until tomorrow to complete this one rather than upgrading this one, which is at a lower level. But of course, you want to save all of your gold crests and use them during your CvC for some additional points. So there you go. These are all the places where you can get CvC points. And like I said, the best way for you to get points is really to focus on PvP, especially live arena and team arena. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if I forgot about any place where you can get points as well. And if you have other strategy or a specific dungeon that you like to core in order for you to get some additional points, don't forget to use my QR code on the screen if you are making a new account, or if you are inviting one of your friends and family members to join this adventure in Raid. You're gonna get Narma right away when you start off your journey, together with Uugo, Tagoar, and Alure. So you have help in every dungeon and the Doom Tower as well. You can also use the promo code Demon Slayer for Tholin Foulbeard, and if you log in for 7 days, you're also going to be able to get Xenomorph, but this is only until January, so watch out. You want to make sure that you start your new journey or invite your friends before January starts. And that's going to be all for now, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the information helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Raid Shadow content, and I'll catch you guys later.